Trinidad's waters are notably different from the rest of the Caribbean, even Tobago, but that isn't necessarily a bad thing.
So I can say for Trinidad, a lot of people have the wrong outlook on our water. They see it as green, they see it as sometimes dirty or rough, but there are a lot of gems in Trinidad where you can go and really see beautiful fish, a lot of diversity. You just have to find the right spots.
Danielle Bachew, one of this country's few female spearfishers and freedivers, started her company Espera Charters and Espera Seafood with the aim of helping Trinbagonians appreciate all things ocean, from food to fun. She educates us on our water's many positives. For one, they safeguard us from hurricanes.
There's something called the Coris Effect, which is how the earth spins. I can't get too deep into it. But how the earth spins, there's an effect that the water that comes from the Orinoco in Venezuela actually takes a turn and turns above Trinidad. So it doesn't actually hit Tobago. So if you're looking at Trinidad here and Tobago here, the water is coming from Venezuela and it passes right in between. So you actually see where the difference in the water is, but it passes right in between. And that's how we get that nutrified water and some of that silt. But it's also the same effect that makes the hurricane go away from us as well. So we're well protected.
Our waters also provide us with an array of tasty seafood. On bringing home catch from her spearfishing expeditions, Dan's realized that, like her mom, many Trinidadians were unfortunately not familiar with our sea's multiple edible offerings.
Just highly nutrified waters. So it's actually feeding a thriving ecosystem of healthy stocks to get food so that we have a lot of pelagic fish.
But what exactly is pelagic fish? Dan explains the difference between pelagic fish and reef fish, prevalent up the other Caribbean isles.
We have the opportunity to get fish like carrots and kingfish in abundance, and those are pelagic fish. So they actually taste better because they eat fish. If you get reef fish, they eat algae. So you get that, greeny, sea, freshy taste.
Dan names Barracuda as her personal favorite in the pelagics. Quite economical too, she adds.
We are very lucky here to have barracuda that's healthy. We don't get ciguatera poisoning from it. It's a very meaty fish. It's flavorful and it stays together. You can use it for grilling. You could fillet. It's a very, very versatile fish. A nice white flaky meat.
Dan shares some other options. Crustaceans like lambi or conch, lobster and sustainably sourced shrimp also made the list. This ocean ambassador, with a background in environmental marine resource management, advocates.
There are so many different species that we could spread it out and not hammer down on the stocks that we have in the kingfish and the carrot, and even the snappers. But when you spread it out nicely, you'd find that you're taking a little bit from every stock and allowing it to grow.
Our frequent varying sea conditions also has its advantages.
Because our waters change quite often, you'd find that the sea might get a chance to settle itself, have the stocks grow, while fishermen find, the sea rough, that kind of thing. So it allows our stocks to actually rebuild in that time. There are also a lot of areas that you can't get to fish. So the fish find a nursery or an area where they can protect themselves and grow at that time.
Island people should equal ocean people, Danielle Bachew believes. She wanted to open our eyes to the beauty and bounty of the underwater world.
Trinidad and Tobago, I find that our Caribbean people move all over the world or go on vacation all over the world to try and find gems that we have right here. Y'all need to live for local.
I'm Giselle Legall, encouraging you to live for local as well.
Islands in the sun, islands in the